we're going to tab over to this screen. And before we jump in, I just want to say that yes, I am aware that you're still looking at a gnome. That is because if you're watching this live, there's a different premiere in 2 days that I need art for. And so my character artist has been burning the midnight oil, getting all of that ready, and as such, we need another week to get the Dragon Lady in. However, the good news is you can still tell who is talking because when the gnome lights up, it's the bloody dragon. And we do have the dragon's stats in the little slate board on the right, so you can still see the stats of the Dragon Lady while we get into the game. So we're going to do that, and Sim should be joining us in just a few minutes, according to a message that I got backstage. But for now, when last we left our heroes, things were quiet in the port district of Port Nyanzaru.
There it is.
What?
Love that rain every time.
You guys had spent some time getting some, well, R&R, getting some downtime action sorted, resupplying, talking to the people you needed to talk to, and getting ready to head back out into the wilds of Schult. But before you could get there, Prince Wakongo Otamu, as he is wont to do, offered Scratch, and for that matter, Brick, some tempting little magical morsels, and he put a price on them of quite a bit. Now, needless to say, Scratch immediately went into business mode and has been looking for ways to pay the piper. One of them was a crystal phoenix egg, something that he did not know about, and when he brought this up to the mighty Shago, Shago mentioned that he knows where to find the crystal phoenix egg, and it was Scratch's blustering near an alleyway in the Tabaxi district of Port Nyanzaru that we faded out. I don't see any reason whatsoever not to fade right back in on that point. So you guys are hanging out in the Tabaxi area. The doctor is inside working. It's starting to get a little bit into the afternoon, and Scratch is flailing in the rain, or under the awning, I guess, in the rain at Shago, who just casually dropped the fact that he knows Santa Claus. So, are you, like, doing, like, Emperor Cusco, like, judo moves at him?
Kind of, yeah. Like, I'm sorry,
Okay.
you're not fucking kidding me here, right?
Would I do that to you?
Yes.
You're right, I would. It's not going to be easy. And you are not going to like what I have to say.
What, is it a fucking dragon turtle?
Well, if it's gold you need, then the mighty Shago cannot think of anyone better than the dragon turtle. We could steal from it while it was shaking down another ship, if we knew where to go and had a way to breathe underwater, though we could ask the doctor, I'm sure. But no, the crystal phoenix egg is in a place almost worse. Hi, Sibs. Bye, Gracie.
Hi, sorry.
Thank you, Gracie.
We
Hi,
lost
Han.
one.
Huh?
We're in the game, so you can chill and get some noms because we're having a scene with Scratch. But hi, welcome in.
Sorry about being late.
No worries. No worries at all.
Chaos.
God, I gotta find Scratch's voice because it's been a while.
I mean, I'm trying to get Shago. I got to go a little bit deeper.
What could possibly be worse than a dragon turtle's den?
A pair of demons.
He just like fucking like straight faces Shago, like the fuck.
Yeah, Shadow says, you know that my mother is one of the wealthiest people in all of Port Nyanzaru, and all of Chult for that matter, yes?
Yes.
As such, I am privy to things that even your network of spies cannot bring you, as you can imagine. Have you ever heard of a Cambion?
Have I?
Make a religion check. If it will do the roll. There it goes. No, I don't think you have with that roll. I think, like, you might have heard the name in, like, ghost stories, but I don't think you would know what a Cambion is.
So, in my mind, this comes out as, yes, that's a vegetable.
Alright, sure. And Shago laughs and he shakes his head. He says, no, not quite, Scratch. Have you seen people who walk about with horns on their head and tails on their backs, usually with a reddish tint to their skin?
Well, yes.
Do you know what people call them behind their backs or sometimes to their faces?
Demons.
Nods.
That voice just keeps slipping from me.
I mean, you get it for. I'm the same way. You get it for a couple words and then it fades. I'm struggling with Shago too, so you're fine. He says, from what I understand, Cambions are what people accuse these foreigners of being.
So, true devils.
He nods. And our illustrious Prince Queothe keeps 2 of them on a leash.
Like a literal leash?
He nods. And you've seen this. Like, Queothe had 2, like, leashed concubines at her seat when you went.
I think Scratch like said that as a joke, and when Shago confirmed, that's where his mind goes.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, you saw, they look like humans. They look like really attractive Choltons, but yeah.
Shago, those just look like attractive people.
That's the point, no?
Well, I suppose.
But
It would
this
be a adequate
crystal
disguise.
phoenix egg, it is a gemstone that Queothe supposedly used to tempt these devils into the city. Which makes sense why Prince Otama wants it.
So if we were to take it from her, would we not be taking away her only means of keeping them in check?
Providing we did not die. Honestly, I would rather try to rob the turtle for a few thousand gold.
I mean, same, honestly, but, still tempting, no? Is it just me, or is that lightning really loud? Holy crap.
Not loud for me. I can turn it down if you like. It is up. It is up a little bit. I'll turn it down.
That was my headphones. I got it.
Okay, cool.
I constantly forget these have a separate volume.
No worries. So, what is the plan? I know Azaka is nowhere near here, which is probably good for you. But you had me on guard duty for the doctor, which I don't mind, but it's rather... I think I'm getting a hairball.
I understand the sentiment. At this point, the community will be looking out for her. If you see better to use your time elsewhere, you are welcome.
He waves a hand dismissively. That's not what I mean, Scratch. I just don't know what's been happening. It's been quiet here. Are we leaving soon? Are we working in the city? I'm going to need a place to sleep at some point.
I believe we still have the Prince's Suite at the Thundering Lizard.
You have the Prince's Suite at the Thundering Lizard. I have not been invited. Are we staying in the city for more than a day? Are you and I venturing off to make some coin? What is the plan?
Extra coin would not hurt, but it would be better to get a vote from everyone, no?
I think he just like holds his hands up. He's not like shrugging. He's just like doing the upward gesture of a shrug, and he says, "I was paid to take you to Aldani. I will take you to Aldani. I'm not privy to anything else, especially not to after what happened at the fort." If you are saying I get a vote, then I recommend that we supply heavily before we leave, because it is a long way to Aldani and it is dangerous even when we get there.
Then we will need coin. So perhaps a quick job would not be so bad, huh?
You'll say quick. Quick jobs that pay well tend to be dangerous.
What else do we do in such times, huh?
I mean, I guide people through the jungle. You... I don't know. Catch mice?
I separate rats from their cheese. Tourists.
I think several tabaxi look over when you say that, and Shago just like raises an eyebrow at you.
Tourists. I like the tourists and take their money. You know the statue?
Aye?
It's one of my best tricks.
What, you tell them it's an ancient relic?
What else am I supposed to tell them? I give them the spiel of how it's an ancient relic of an old king and how we leave money at the base of his statue for good favor.
And then you take the money.
And then I take the money.
I will never understand your way of thinking, Scratch Face of a Gold Coin, but I admit it's effective. Still, if you want to inform the others, I will wait here.
Right.
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cyrodieth and Brick are just still in the clinic with the doctor, so like... Because you just like stepped out for a second with Shago, as I understood. Yeah. So you could literally just pop back in and be like, guys, we're gonna kill the Batman.
I think he is gonna pop in real quick, talk to Brick and new lady.
Cyrodieth.
I forgot her name. Cyrodieth.
So yeah, so you pop back in. Brick and the dragon have probably been like given some refreshment while the doctor is continuing to work. Unless either of you have like a medical condition that you need help with.
No.
Alright. So yeah, so
Rick is ignoring trauma.
So yeah, so a little bit later Scratch just comes back in, looking like he wants to talk about something.
It's good that I found the two of you. Me and Shago are going to try and get some coin together for extra supplies. Unless you'd like to leave underprepared or contribute to the mission in getting more coin.
Brick is just kind of wide-eyeing him like,
Define.
what are you planning? How am I gonna hate it?
Nice.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know what me and Shago are going to do for money yet. You two could probably take a good bet at the.
He juts a finger in the direction of the fight pit.
You could literally just gamble. Yeah, like, it's just, there's no guarantee that you'll win.
You could gamble. You could try throwing your own sword into the fray for money. Though I don't know if they could fit you on the schedule.
I mean, the run is more profitable than the arena, realistically.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. Like, or if you're feeling adventurous, you could go try another go at the run.
I'd rather not go back there.
And I can't blame him.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, I imagine like when it said, or you could go try your hand at the run, Sue Lorelei like pokes her head out and just gives Scratch this look of, are you serious? Before going back to whatever she was doing.
Nice.
Her ears, her fins are like pressed flat in a line across, like through her head, and it's
Just leans out, makes the water tribe gesture, and goes back.
yes, and just goes back to work.
There are, of course, numerous ways to make money here in the port. Shago presented a rather risky one if you're willing to do some information
You are in a
gathering.
room full of tabaxi.
I don't think these are the people that would have the information.
No, but if you start talking about, like, one of the princes has a very valuable artifact guarded by devils and we're going to go and steal it, every tabaxi in this room is going to be like, oh, really?
That was not what he was about to bring up.
Okay, cool.
If, well, Brick, you seem very in well with the harbor master. Same with you, our new friend. Put simply, if you were to talk to him and he were to have leads on,
He leans into the both of them.
any information on where the dragon turtle's den may be,
You
That'll-
can't be serious.
She pokes her head out again, and this time she has the look of, are you fucking with me here? Please tell me you're joking.
He straight faces her.
it was Shago's idea. I'm only supporting.
Mumbling
I'm only humoring him.
mumbling, and Aquin goes back to working.
I'm humoring him because it would be a lot of money if we could find a lead. Hell, we might be able to sell the information for more money than we can get from it.
I love the idea that throughout this scene, you guys are just getting, like, preyed upon by very tiny baby tabaxi. So, like, Brick has, like, a tug on his beard while Scratch is talking, and there's just a little kitten, like, toddled up to him and, like, sitting on his boot. And Scratch has got a little one, like, hanging off of his tail. And the scene is
Right.
continuing as normal. Like, you guys are just having this conversation, but there's just, like, baby tabaxi.
Baby. Little baby.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, like, you might be able to sell that information if you could find it, yeah. That is certainly an option, or you could go yourself, which would be hilarious, and you should totally do it.
Frankly, if we found out where the den was, we may be able to sell the location's information to Joe Ball and he'd find a way to make it a tourist attraction.
here's the other thing. You guys would be rich as sin if you killed the dragon turtle.
But how realistic is that?
I mean, about as realistic as robbing him, to be fair.
Like, right now, at our current point, I don't know if we could.
Oh, no. But, I mean, robbing him is about as difficult, just saying.
I've already got a shopping list of umber hulks and red dragons. What makes you think I want to risk my neck on something even worse?
Well,
Enough.
because this is
a foolhardy plan. You're just going to get us all killed.
Well, no, I'd get me killed. Because me and Shago would probably go, and he'd throw me at it as soon as it came back too early.
I love how Scratch just does not even try to hide the fact that Shago is stronger and faster than him.
Scratch is dexterous. He's a sneaky bitch.
Shago literally has an
Shago-
ability called Brute, so yes.
If they got into a situation where it was him or me, Shago knows it would be him unless he yeets the fucking
Unless
cat.
he eats the cat, yes. You're right. Oh god. Just picks Scratch up by the back of his neck and throws him out a window. I'm getting Flintstones vibes. Anyway,
But you are correct. The point is we need money for supplies, and however you see fit to obtain money, do so. Myself and Shago shall be doing the same. Unless you see fit to join us, which, good luck.
I mean, out of character, fucking not everyone knows that Sue Lorelai is doing this basically for nothing at times.
you're right, but like literally, like your work with the Tabaxi, like you and Scratch have both said in front of the party, like you're doing this for free.
Yeah, like Sue Lorelai wouldn't actively think, oh, I could probably charge people in the port for this, but that
Right.
isn't how she works.
Right.
She accepted a chicken, for God's sake.
Which, by the way, where is Henrietta at the moment?
Roll
God damn it.
perception.
Yep.
Here it comes.
Well, we'll see what the roll is first.
Fuck, I forgot to change my stuff.
Well, please do that, but it's fine. Gamza, you as
I'm
well.
doing it.
Should the rest of us start looking for this chicken?
No, I think the chicken is like just calmly keeping your tools warm in your doctor's bag.
I will wait for the metal babies to hatch.
I just had a horrible mental image. Where's my scalpel, Henrietta?
I mean,
Just stretch neck.
okay, so do we get the shot of like Dr. Lorelai like tending to a minor wound, and just like without thinking, she's just like, "Where's my scalpel?" And she like reaches behind her. We see Henrietta poke her beak in the doctor's bag, pull out the scalpel, and place it in your hand.
Probably.
Cool.
Huh.
I am adding yet another note to my Henrietta list.
Oh god.
Knows what a scalpel is. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
This
So-
chicken is fucking Satan.
That's implying that it's evil.
It rode a triceratops over to us.
Yes. And?
Listen, all I'm saying is that motherfucker is way too brave to be a force of good.
All I'm saying is, it is a wonderful day in Port Nyanzaru, and she is a horrible chicken.
But
Excuse me?
you've been untitled goose gaming us.
A little bit.
So, a legitimate question, just
Yo.
on this thing, like, do the rest of us, like, see the chicken in her bag?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Well, no, because she's currently in a cordoned off room. But
I'd
like
have to say 3
the
times
chicken's
to
not
make my own
invisible. Like, yeah, there is a chicken.
I just was thinking this would be my character's first interaction with the chicken.
Nope.
Oh God.
So would my character just, when she pokes her head out, I just see like a chicken nail or a foot or something?
No, you wouldn't see it. It's in her doctor's bag, which is like back in the room. You saw it when you came in though. Oh no, you didn't, because no, it was it not Dr. Lorelei and Scratch that went to the docks?
No.
Oh.
No, it was Brick and Shago.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you don't know about the chicken yet.
Yeah, so like if anyone's mentioning chicken, my character would just like turn towards them.
You haven't seen it yet. Nobody has said anything about a chicken yet.
Oh, okay. I thought someone did, so that's why I'm checking.
Sibs mentioned it out of character, and Kit was like, "Oh yeah, where is the chicken?"
That's fair. I'm just trying to keep track.
Yeah. No worries. So,
You're good.
what does everybody want to do? Like, what's the next scene we want to have? Like, let's go somewhere. What do we want to do? Don't everybody speak up.
Scratch is gonna go with Shago unless these two have other input.
Okay. Do these two have other input?
I don't think I have anything better to do.
You gonna go along with them?
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah Death, are you gonna go with these idiots?
I imagine she's just like watching them like look back and forth, like just it kind of an exasperated, oh god damn it, and probably just starts walking behind them.
Okay.
Yay, body experience.
So you guys leave the clinic. We'll leave Dr. Lorelei to continue her mission. You find Shago just like crouched in a doorway under the rain. He smiles when the three of you walk up, and to Scratch he says, "So 4 potions of water breathing then."
Let's worry about getting some money first.
I thought that was how we were getting money.
Then how do we get the potions if we don't have the money?
We don't have any money.
He like pulls a platinum off of his forehead from his fur.
Right.
I've got this and about 100 copper.
I mean, no, I don't think that's quite. That's enough for a potion of water breathing. Shago like squints.
So like, wait, again, how much was it for a potion of water breathing?
Well, he's got a platinum. I said that would cover 1. I imagine it's
Okay.
probably about 8 gold apiece.
Ah,
I can cover that. If we're actually doing this, but are we? No. The answer's no.
Brick just gives Shago this look of motherfucker, you what?
Well, the other option is the run.
I could.
Less suicidal, but
I could pull it off. I'm. Now.
Needy hoe.
I could put some very large bets on you, Scratch. I would also make it very difficult.
speaking of bets, I did place a bet with one of the bookies that we'd make it back here from the fort.
Didn't that need all of us to be back?
I don't remember.
You did specify we'd all make it back.
Maybe we can lie. Maybe we can say Sparky got turned into a dragonborn.
Do you want a weekend at Bernie's with Sparky's corpse? I'm sorry.
I imagine Erithus, like, if Scratch actually suggests that, will probably be slapping him upside the head.
No, hold on. Brick, how much did you put on that?
Like 10 gold?
Only 10 gold.
It's enough for the potions.
But if we get caught lying, we have to pay that 10 gold. Eventually.
I already paid it to her. I already placed the bet. But, like I said, if we're really getting potions of water breathing, I can cover it, but I'm not going after the dragon turtle.
Really?
Erithus just nods at that.
Well,
I'm not
I still-
saying it's a good idea, but Scratch said we need 15,000 gold?
No, we don't need it.
He like makes this face at Shago. I need it.
There are very few ways to make that kind of money very quickly in this city. It can be done, but none of them are favorable, such as...
My options are 1,500 gold, a crystal
15,000
phoenix
gold.
egg, 15,000 gold, crystal phoenix egg, or become more famous in the port than Prince Wakonga Otamu.
You said not suicidal, so I'm going to keep my other idea to myself. But it would technically fulfill the agreement.
Hey, sweet lord, what is it?
Burn down the temple.
No.
Burn down the temple.
You would be more well known than Prince Otamu.
How about we try this run idea, huh?
So you want to do the run against the Thunder Lizard.
I'll just run past the fucking thing.
You may want the doctor for that.
I think Erithus, like carrying this, will just put her like hand on Scratch's shoulder. Don't worry, I'll make sure to burn your corpse so you don't come back.
Don't hit your desk, please.
Oh, sorry.
My, you are incredibly morbid.
She just not like staring intensely at him, but she's just like not responding to that.
Right.
Just
Like kind of
face.
clear, I am serious, you know.
So, how much... If we put all the money that we have on Scratch, survive it... And he says surviving, and he looks at Brick like, are we betting on him to win this? Or lose?
I'd rather he come out alive.
Alright, so if we put all of our money on Scratch to win, what would our bet be?
I've got... He checks his coin purse and also like counts the coins he has stashed.
Right.
58 gold.
Plus a platinum, 2 gold, 4 silver, and 102. Or I think it's like 102 copper.
So... Let's say 100 gold. I can match that, so 200 gold. For us to turn that into thousands, we would need a very high wager.
I mean, I think like 6,000 on us last time we went in.
But we only have 200.
Do you think I had 6,000 when I made the bet?
Well, no. But still.
You bet like 600 and we walked away with a lot more.
Yeah.
Right, because people were betting against my bet.
Even even at odds of 20 or 30, we're not going to get the money that you want.
I can worry about that in due time. For now, we should be gathering supplies. And for supplies, well, for good supplies, we'll need money.
Zaka is going to push for a boat.
I know she is.
She's not wrong.
No, it's just, God, she's expensive.
If we go by river, we're going to need 2 boats for all of us.
Unless we get the big boat.
Scratch.
What?
I am a jungle guide. You are a city guide. Believe me when I tell you it is going to be much easier with 2 boats. There are places in the river where you cannot float the boat and you have to carry it.
I see.
2 smaller boats, much better than 1 gigantic boat.
Understood.
Unless you want to do weight training, in which case you could carry my part.
No. I don't know if you've noticed, I don't do strongman things.
There is a risk of injury, but we could fight. Five of us against something substantial in the arena. It would make headlines, people would bet. I can't promise we would get thousands of gold, but a substantial bet plus prize money, if you think you can bring down something big enough.
Well, we've beaten an Allosaurus.
I was thinking, well, we would have to see what they have, of course. But I was thinking something bigger.
I think Scratch jokingly he does the cat sneer and jokingly says, "What, are you thinking a Tyrannosaurus?"
Or an undead one.
You crazy son of a bitch.
I thought you wanted coin.
He looks at the other two he has that look like he's at a loss for what to say to that because
Right.
yeah, but
There are very few things that we can do to get the amount of gold that you asked for quickly. Unless you want to stay in the port for a month.
Look, I wasn't planning on getting that hammer until I had the things the prince asked for. We don't need this crazy amount of money.
Shadow gestures at Scratch, tell him.
I can wait for the damn belt. The coin would be helpful.
In that case,
Let's focus on getting coins. Let's focus on getting money for supplies.
That's what I'm thinking, Brick. If we do this absolutely clinically insane plan, we'd come out with a lot of money. If we survive and win, we could get all the supplies we wanted and more.
Brick's getting fed up with this suicide mission.
so
idea.
let's walk it back down to supplies. On a serious note, the water thing does not work anymore, yes?
It still works, but I don't know for how much longer.
It will take
Probably
us
only a day or two at most.
It will take us several 10 days to get to Aldani one way. Then whatever you're going to do in Aldani, then get back. So the water
Well-
thing is not going to work.
Well, we have the haversack, so carrying the water, whatever we decide to do, shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Haversack is not going to fit enough water.
We need sugar size. And I imagine like, because this is like a tabaxi neighborhood, right? They probably have those like rain catcher jugs out, right? Especially
Yeah.
because it's raining. He gestures at one of the like gallon like earthenware jugs. He gestures at that and he says, "We're going to need one of those per person per day."
That isn't impossible.
It's not impossible. It's just heavy.
Haversack.
It's not all going to fit.
This is a fair.
Now, we can count on it raining plenty between here and there. If we take the jugs, we can fill them up with rain. Not an issue. However, let's say there's a stint of 4 days with no rain. We die. There is no chance that we will go all the way to Eldani and it won't rain. I would say, in my professional opinion, a 10 days worth should be plenty. But that's still, well, Azaka, me, Scratch, you, Sergeant, our new reptilian friend, and the Doctor. That's 6 by 10. That's a lot of water. For those of you who might be following along at home, do you know what 60 gallons is about? Gamzee, I'm surprised you don't know this. Hello? Did my stream die?
No.
No.
60 gallons is a bathtub.
Oh.
So you're gonna be lugging a bathtub's worth of water.
Fuck. I have create and destroy water, but I don't think that'll help.
Actually, it will absolutely help. You can make 10 gallons of water per day with that.
It's just a question of how do we store it.
You don't need to store it. You could just drink it when you summon it.
That'd be 500 pounds.
You're right.
Hence why I bring up create, destroy water.
You could just bring 10 empty jugs, fill it up, drink it. There's your spell slot, done. The issue is if you're unconscious, you don't have that option.
So.
Or dead. The other issue is you didn't have any bug repellent. Not so bad if you're staying near the bay, but if you're going into the deep jungle where Aldani is, or for that matter Firefinger, the biting insects, they're not only annoying, they're deadly.
The doctor mentioned that to Azaka.
Especially to outsiders. I don't want to speak of your constitution, Sergeant, but I feel like it would be a bit humiliating to die at the hands of a mosquito.
The insects are something we cannot risk.
Which reminds me, do not drink the river water. Do not
Never.
Do not eat the fish from the river without cooking them first. Do not go swimming in the water if you can help it. And any part of you that goes in the river, cover it.
Noted.
I swear to God I'll leave you behind if you disobey these.
If you want to give me your coin, I can go and get every supply that we need. Well, work with Azaka and get it. Or you can get it yourself. I don't mind.
You've been stood here all day. I'm sure you could use something to do. He looks at the others. But it's up to you.
We also need a replacement map. Ours went overboard on the ship to the fort. and I'm going to need a brass ingot.
Easily done. Do you want me to get a and he says the Chultan word for compass, and he looks at Scratch like, help me out. The magnet stick.
A compass.
That.
That would probably be helpful, yes.
I don't need one, but if you want one. That being said, if we have money left over, I do have a request.
Which is?
I want to get a lighted helmet.
That sounds reasonable to me.
Scratch?
Out of character question.
That's-
Yeah, what's up?
Lighted helmet, like kind of like a miner's helmet, or
Yes,
like
exactly.
a helmet that allows you to
Yeah,
see dark?
he got the idea because he's traveling with a dwarf.
Got it.
Might be a good idea.
I cannot see in the dark at all.
Right.
And if you want to travel by night, I would like to be able to see, but have my hands free for my spear.
Out of character context, Shago and the Doctor, I think, are the only ones in our entire party that don't have dark vision, right?
I'm pretty sure the doctor can see a little bit. She can see better than Shago can. You don't have dark. Oh no, you do because you're Raven Queen.
Yeah, my
I do not
armor.
I do not have dark vision.
Okay, so yeah, it's Shago and the doctor that cannot see. That's correct.
The doctor can only see well in underwater darkness.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Only underwater darkness because fucking Ganassi.
Let me just say how mad it makes me that Tritons don't have dark vision when it is explicitly said some of their cities are in the deepest reaches of oceans.
Right? If you really want to get mad, werewolves don't have dark vision.
Right?
They don't?
Which is about
No.
the dumbest thing.
What
That's
the
like
fuck?
one of their things.
Well, we
to be
can't
fair, they
make them.
Well, to be
We
fair,
can't
they
make
transform
them
on the full
too
moon.
overpowered. We can't go and make them too overpowered. Let's make sure they can't see in the dark.
So you
Good
made them a
idea,
joke.
Jim.
Anyway. So yeah, if you just want to give Shango your money, he'll take care of it. But you have to give Shango your money.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I don't need the money for anything else right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pass what I have.
So that's 58 gold from me.
Cool. Shango takes the coins, nods. Are you giving him any money, Hawk?
I imagine she would hand over about 50 gold.
5-0?
Yes, 5-0.
Alright. So Shango takes the money, like ties it to his belt, and goes, I'll go find Azaka and get what we need. When are we intending to leave?
If
Probably.
possible, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Very well. I doubt Azaka will be staying in the city, but we'll arrange something. I'll find you in the Thundering Lizard this evening. And starts to leave.
In the meantime, if there is anything you two would like to attend to, feel free. I'm going to go talk to one of my cousins.
Okay. So, do either of you have anything you want to do?
What time is it?
Barely noon.
Got it.
We got the day ahead of us still.
Question, how many more patients does she have?
The
Like,
number of
lined up.
patients has not changed.
Golly.
She's been rotating them out, but the number of patients has not changed.
Way. There are a lot of people, and Sue Lorelei doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as they're staying in the area, she'll help.
Brick looks at the line, sighs, and says she'll work herself to death if we just. We'll need to check back up on her later, but for now, maybe there is a way we can make some coin. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, if you want to like make a little bit of coin with downtime, you absolutely can. I mean, you're some kind of craftsman, aren't you, Brick? Like, I don't remember what it is, but you've got
yeah,
some.
Go
ahead.
I've got smiths and masons tools proficiencies, so
Yeah, like if you want to just like do some labor through the day, that's absolutely a way that you can earn coin. Unless you have, like, my question is like, do you just want to be like, I'm gonna occupy my character, or is there like a scene or a conversation or something that you want to have?
as of right now, I think it's just occupy my character.
Okay. So, yeah, I think you can easily find like a day labor to get some coin. What would Brick do? Like, you could help with construction. You
The
could.
immediate thought I had was looking at the city walls, seeing if they need to be patched up at all.
Oh, they almost certainly do. With
Yeah.
all the rain and flooding that this area gets, like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you could do that. Go ahead and make a mason's tool check, and let's see how much money you would get if you do like a day. And by a day, I mean from like noon until like sunset, right?
Attribute?
Let's do Constitution, because you're like staying with it all day. Okay. I think it's reasonable to say that at the end of the day, you'd get about 50 gold.
Alright.
So, Cyrodiil and Scratch, is there anything you guys want to do?
Depending on how long the whole setting up a like reminder course with the cousin would take.
Which that can
Probably
be a
wanna-
scene if you want it to be.
Maybe, but
You ultimately want monk levels.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I also was wondering, maybe Scratch could go find some tourists to lead.
I don't think you can do both. But if you want to spend the day getting your monk levels back, I think that's reasonable.
I think we'll do that.
All right, make a performance check. With performance is usually charisma, right?
Yes,
Are you proficient with performance?
I am not.
Okay. Is there a dex-based skill that you're not proficient with?
Acrobatics.
Okay, go ahead and roll acrobatics, and we'll just treat that as a performance with dex roll. Why did you roll as Sparky?
I am rolling as Sparky.
You really wanted to do that
Whoops.
weekend that Bernie's saying, didn't you?
Not quite. I just clicked the wrong thing.
Just so that we're clear, that was Scratch's sheet, though, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's an at 20. So that's like you can get your mojo back with like it'll be a day of hard, like it's literally like the montage, right? Your cousin starts with a 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it's just hard line like tabaxi dancing all day. But at the end of it, yeah, I'm willing to say, hey, ta-da, you've got your level 3 monk abilities.
I do.
Are you a level 3 monk?
Yeah.
Yeah, then yeah, you would have them.
Or no, I'm not.
Oh,
We're level 3 total.
sorry.
I only have 2 in monk.
Sorry. Then when you hit level 3, you'll be able to apply. You could apply. What I'm saying is, you got what you needed.
Woo.
So Cyrodiil, how do you spend your afternoon in Port Nyanzaro?
I would imagine probably sticking nearer to the area since she doesn't know the port itself too well. She would start looking up more information on the like the undead in general in Schultz.
So you want to research?
Yes, like
I
she wants.
think if you're willing to let the Tabaxi guide you, I think they'll direct you to a library where you could get that information. Or if this fits more what you have in mind, they could just teach you the legends about what came about of the undead in the area. Either way, go ahead and make a religion check for me. And let's see what you know.
Oof.
Not a great roll. So I think with that roll, it's more you get the Tabaxi legend instead of like you get a bunch of textbooks. But
Yeah,
what you know is there are a lot of undead in Chult. The reason that the city of Port Nyanzaru is not expanding as rapidly as it is because of the undead. Like if you go out into the jungle, yes, there's thunder lizards, yes, there's grung, yes, there's kobolds, yes, there's terrafolk, blah 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 blah. But the main issue is the undead. Like you can't get away from them. They attack the city even. Nobody really knows where they came from. It seems like they came from different sources. Like a bunch of them showed up at the same time, potentially from different places, and they all suck. So yeah, like you're warned. Like if you're here to stop the undead plague situation, then you might want to find like the source if there is one. Otherwise, you're going to be hacking your way through for a while, and you're wished well.
Okay, and to clarify, because you said they all suck, do you mean suck as in bad or literally suck?
Like, they vary on level of threat, but it's just a shitty situation all around.
Okay, but you meant suck as a qualifying like they're like not good, not like the actual physical act of sucking.
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to clarify.
But saying that something sucks means that it could be diminutive as well, and I did not mean it in that way. I just meant like the situation is bad.
Okay.
Some of them do suck literally, but not what I meant. But yeah, if you want to spend your afternoon like doing that, you're told about a specific type of zombie. I'm gonna go find the name of it really quick because I want to make sure I get this right before I tell you. It is called... what is it? A yellow musk creeper. And you are told to avoid this flower because undead are attracted to it, and it makes undead separately of the curse of undead. The curse of undead in Schult, you get like typical zombie hordes roaming around causing trouble. It's going to get bad in the deep jungle. I'm warning you guys now. I've been watching a playthrough of Days Gone. So you got that. But the Yellow Musk Creeper is separate from that, and it collects corpses and draws undead to it and makes different types of undead. And you like just avoid the flower.
So this is the nest builder flower.
Yes, sort of.
And like I would have a general idea like or description of what it would look like. Like if I saw it maybe a distance, I'd be like, oh, that's that thing we were warned about.
Well, it's a yellow flower, so that's not the most uncommon thing in the world, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
What they say is it smells like a stinkhorn mushroom. So if you see a pretty flower that smells like sickly sweet, run.
Okay.
And that's good advice for a lot of things in the jungle. Like,
Seems too good to be true. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, things can go from 0 to 60 real quick in Schult. And you guys are going, like up towards Fort Belluarian is kind of like baby mode. And I already killed one of you guys, right? So, like, going the other way, going into the deep jungle, going, you know, into the wilds of Schult, like, things can go from 0 to 100 real quick. And I'm just letting you guys know, you can bail at any time.
What do you mean bail at any time?
You can run. Some enemies might pursue you. I won't say that they won't, but at any point, if you're just like, we cannot do this, we need to find an exit strategy, you're not going to get penalized for that. What I'm saying is, it's a living jungle, not a balanced one.
Gotcha. I mean, Sue Lorelai knows none of this is going on. She's busy working with people.
Fair. Why don't you make another couple medicine checks? Let's say 3 more.
All right.
Your rolls tonight, Sibs.
Hi.
So, yeah, I think, like, your reputation with the Tabaxi continue to rise.
Jesus.
So I think the last, like, scene for this evening, aside from, like, you guys all going back to the Thundering Lizard eventually, and, you know, like, if you want to have any camp conversations, you can, otherwise, like, settling down for the night, and then Shago coming with the supplies, all that stuff. Other than all of that, the only other scene that I have that I want to do tonight is with Scratch. When you finish your training, Scratch, remember you were invited to have tea with your Ona.
Yes. He's gonna head that way.
I thought you might. So it's probably like the sun is starting to, like, touch the bay. You're all, like, sweaty. You've changed back into your, like, into your new outfit that you got from the tailor. And you want to head over to Madame Red's abode. Is that right?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize that was a question.
Okay. So, I've been trying to picture Madame Red's abode. And trying to, like, think about, like, how it is. I think it's definitely a permanent building. Like, I'm not gonna say that the Tabaxi area is a tent city, but there are a number of tents in this area, right?
Yeah.
But I think Madame Red for sure lives in, like, a brownstone, like a city permanent building. I think she lives off the street level, so she lives up. But buildings in Port Anzar aren't that big, so, like, maybe, like, 5th floor at the most. Other than that, I'm kind of stuck. Part of me is like, forgive me for what I'm about to say, like, English colonial African style structure, and part of me is like grandmother in Harlem, right? Like, I don't know which one is more fitting. What are you thinking?
I'm sorry, I'm already blanking on what you said the second one was.
Harlem grandmother, like grandmother in Harlem, like inner city, like taken care of by the community, not wealthy but nice, like very like 1960s vibe.
I can see it being that.
Like something out of Luke Cage, right? Like,
yeah. It's someplace that's like homey.
It's like homey, but it's and it's got a lot of like kitsch in it, but it doesn't necessarily match, right? Like she didn't buy a set of china, it was just really good dishes that have migrated into her house, right? Yeah, I kind of get that vibe. Like the windows are curtained up, but everybody knows the building. It's cleaner than the rest of the district because everybody takes care of it, right? It's like so okay. Tell me if this is crazy, Gamzee. But we've kind of got this like Romani vibe going for the Tabaxi, right? I see less like Romani matriarch and more like the mom in a gang movie.
I can see it.
Like,
Yeah.
like she understands the ins and outs of what's happening, but it's one of those like not in my house situations, right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the vibe that I get. I don't know
Like-
about you.
Like the kind of place you walk in and any infighting you had with someone stops now if you want to live.
Yeah, like it. I know I said Luke Cage already, but there's this scene in Luke Cage, in the first season of Luke Cage, on Netflix, where one of the like younger supporting characters gets killed in gang violence, right? And a bunch of his friends go to his mom's apartment, and it's just like I say normal. That's not the word that I'm looking for. It's like a very like civilized, clean, like standard inner city, and not even inner city, city apartment. And these street toughs show up, right? And they're,
Yeah.
you know, they've got their hats off. They're, you know, they're being super polite. They're like, I don't even remember the woman's name, but they're just like, oh, your son got killed. We're very sorry. But what stuck out to me in that scene was the vibe of like, this could be suburbia, right? And then the kid's mom, without missing a beat, mind you, she's dressed like a 1960s housewife, right? Without missing a beat, she goes, he was a soldier, he knew the risks. And I was like, damn! And that scene stuck out to me, and I kind of get that vibe from Madame Red's apartment. Like this, like, very normal veneer, but everybody knows that Madame Red is, like, gonna, like, send people out on hits from this place, right? Like, are you picking up what I'm putting down, Gamzee?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I think we see Scratch, like, knock on the door. He's in, like, the... I don't want to make it too modern, because we're still in the Forgotten Realms. But I feel like, yeah, like, apartment complexes have been around since ancient Rome. Like, I feel like it's an apartment complex in, like, a relatively modern, for the setting, building, top floor. And I love the scene of the little Tabaxi kids, like, playing in the hallway and Scratch has to, like, step around them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you, like, knock on the door, but, like, the inside is, like, really spacious. Like, they've renovated, like, 2 or 3 apartments to give Madame Red, like, this really classy... Like, she's got a dining room. Most people don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Totally.
I think the whole front of the building is, like, Madame Red's apartment. So she can, like, watch the neighborhood and all of that stuff. I think, like, this is the first time we see, like, guards... per se. Like, on the street, you can kind of hide them, right? But here, like, there are very obviously people who live in this apartment that are bigger and stronger than your grandmother. And their purpose is to make sure that nobody starts shit, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, family. Probably blood family. But, like... older than Scratch, so I would say like uncles as opposed to cousins, right? may or may not be her children, but they're her children, right? And I think, yeah, I think we see Madame Red, like, no longer in her, like, you know, working outfit, which, the more I think about the way Madame Red looks in the fish market, the more I keep going back to, like, the traditional, like, I think it's Jewish like, I don't know what the actual outfit is called, but like Orthodox Jewish women have a very specific outfit that they can wear that is like marked for like their style. It's got the headscarf, it's got the apron. You know what I'm on about?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think she dresses kind of like that in the fish market, but up here it's all like Cleopatra, right? Like flowing fabrics and gold rings, right? Very like markedly different woman, because this is where she conducts business, right? There's business and then there's business. So very like Godfather vibes, except, you know, feminine, right? Old world, like classy, like feminine. So like draped in like white silk. And like she's an older Tabaxi, so it's not like she's, you know, leaning on her feminine wiles anymore, but like you get what I'm saying, yeah? Kind of like Mirage from Aladdin. If you remember Mirage.
I do.
So yeah, I think you come in, and she's like sitting in. I love the idea that most of the scene is silhouetted. So she's in like in front of a bank of windows that has caught the setting sun. She's sitting in like a high back chair in profile to the windows, facing the door. She's got like a dude in a suit behind her, doing the typical like Secret Service pose, right? There's a table in front of her, and then a smaller chair on the other side of the table, and we can see like the silhouette of a tea thing. And then we see Scratch like come in, also silhouetted, and like sit down in the chair. Like, do you say anything, or do you just sit down?
I think he'll just sit.
Okay. I don't know why I got like obsessed with the cinematography of like the silhouette there, but I think it just works. So let me grab.
Because it slaps.
Right? Let me grab. Where's my copper for your thoughts mark here? Where did that go? Here it is. So I think you sit down, and like a young, like a very young Tabaxi, like pours you a cup of tea, exactly how you normally drink it. Even if you don't normally drink tea, like they know what to do, like they've been instructed. They pass it to you. I imagine it's like a little like, when I say very young, I mean like 6 or 7. You know, at the age you can't tell the gender of the cat by looking at it, right? With like blonde copper, like fur, like a Siamese cat, except without the black parts, right?
Yeah.
In like a white, like formless, like robe, just like passes you the tea, and then just like steps back, looking like timid and scared. And then after a moment, your Ona like looks at you, and I imagine this entire scene, you're speaking like Tabaxi, right? So we get subtitles at the bottom of the screen. But she says like, "Your reputation is changing, Scratch."
All part of the plan.
You're making River look bad.
Is that really my fault?
We let you follow them into the guide business with the promise that you wouldn't step on their tails.
And I'm not really in the guide business with this. One could call what I'm doing the hero business.
You're making echoes across the city. Soon, they'll be talking about you on the mainland. Hero business. I never could get your father's eyes out of your head.
What can I say? At least this is confirmation I really am his son, huh?
There was no doubt.
There was to me.
You are the only one who could not see it. Because you were too busy trying to measure up. Now look at you. Half the city thinks you're a thief, and the other half knows it.
There are worse things to be.
It's going to take time to change this. To be the hero you purport to be. You solve the jungle's ills, that will go a long way, but it's not safe out there. And you don't have the experience of your cousins. You go out to the jungle for the first time in months, and you come back with a corpse.
It was regrettable, but it's a lesson well learned.
I'm not going to be around forever, Scratch. You could take your mother's place instead of your father's. Got a good head on your shoulders when you can think to use it. I could have you in this seat in a few months. You want it? Gamzee?
Sorry, I'm dealing with stuff at the same time.
Oh, sorry. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I was just responding to something. So
No worries.
working on stuff.
I think he's like stirring the tea with his claw.
Mm-hmm.
A few months, huh?
Of
That's
work?
enough time.
Diligent work?
That's still enough time to cure the jungle.
And get yourself killed?
I like to think, regardless of how like low the tone of this conversation is, Scratch is smiling like he's enjoying this.
Right. So is she.
Because he does. That's only the worst case. You know me, always skirting by the tip of my tail.
Funnily enough, I marked the song. This is the wizard theme from Diablo, by the way, but I marked it as "By the Fur of My Tail."
Ah, that convenient.
It's Scratch's theme. Everybody has two themes. I still need to get some for the dragon. But everybody has two themes, and Scratch's are Copper for Your Thoughts and By the Fur of My Tail. So you want to go out into the jungle. Fine. Your mother would not approve, but fine. There's some things you need to know. This in the jungle. This is a curse, Scratch. It was a curse laid in vengeance. And you're only going to be able to break it by finding who laid it. Put them to rest. I don't know who, but I do know where. The demons have him.
Queerface demons?
She chuckles and shakes her head. The one's hiding under your bed, boy.
Aye. And I think he says Yanti, like, in the language to
Yeah,
himself.
right, exactly. She nods. Your land of floating stones is real, and it's not too far from Aldani.
What? I think he's like, in terms of visual, it's like what cats do when they see a bird outside the window.
Right, yep.
That facial motion of chirping.
Yep. But you're not going to like what you find there.
Like it or not, I consider myself an archaeologist. If I can find that place and properly map it, it will be a legacy for the family. It will be something I can sell. It will be a tourist spot I can lead people
Killed
to.
Silver.
It killed. Ah.
One more thing. The Outlanders you're traveling with, they're looking for a different curse. Someone in the city knows about the curse. Knows a great deal more than they let on. I don't know who, but if you get stuck, perhaps find them.
If they are after a death curse in mind, how do they differ?
What was the question?
How do the curses differ?
One brought the ghouls. The other, separate curse, makes the dead stay dead. Rather comical, don't you think?
In a way, yes.
Not everything in the jungle wants to eat you. It might behoove you to offer your ear instead of your blade.
I should commune with nature?
She sips her tea and doesn't say anything. I have one more piece of advice for you, Scratch, and I recommend you take it to heart.
I take everything you say to heart, grandmother.
Winter has come to the jungle.
I think that strike scratch is strange.
Oh, absolutely. You're not even sure you know what snow is. Like, you understand the concept of snow, but you don't know if you'd be able to know it if you saw it.
How will I know where the winter is? Should I avoid it?
It is hungry, but I do not know if it is hungry for you. You know because it is cold. And because it would tell you.
It will tell me. Is it a creature?
I do not know. But I know that the winter is in the jungle. And I know that it seeks the fist.
I think he laughs a little. A friend, then.
I do not know.
If it is not now, I will try to make it one, huh?
If I cannot convince you to stay, then you must go with my blessing. At that, you hear footsteps behind your chair.
Does her saying that mean something specific that I should know of?
It depends on how much you know about organized crime. Or nobility, which is arguably the same thing.
Like me or Scratch?
You. Scratch would probably know that that was significant, yes.
Because I know a good bit, but I don't know how to parse this.
So what she said was, I want you to stay. I want you here. I want you to be my next of kin. Take over when I'm gone. But if you're gonna go out there and get yourself killed, I'm at least gonna help you.
Aha.
And then that was somebody's cue to come forward.
Turn and look. Probably expecting like River.
It's it's not River, but it is Stew.
Stew?
Bubbling stew pot.
Oh.
And he's holding, like, how do I put this? Imagine if somebody had something wrapped in a curtain and was carrying that. That's what he's holding.
Lord.
It's not like a human person. But yeah, it's like carrying something that's like wrapped in silk and like trailing over his arms.
What?
Don't open it until you're ready to leave, Scratch.
Something of a surprise gift then, I suppose, huh?
Don't die.
I will do my best. You have my word. My real word.
So do you take the bundle from...
Yeah, he will.
Okay. It's a cloth wrapped bundle. It weighs a good, like, several pounds. It's bulky. I say cloth. Silk. Like, wrapped in fine silk. Do you, like, unwrap it right there? She told you not to, but, I mean, she's not going to stop you, necessarily.
No, he won't.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to ask or talk about with Madame Red? Stu leaves. Stu's not sticking around.
No, you are probably very well in health, grandmother.
Can you make a medicine check?
Yeah, that tracks.
that roll. So you say like I'm sure you're fine. She laughs.
And I think just playing to that, he smiles.
But perhaps you should have a chat with the doctor, just in case there is something wrong, huh?
Maybe I will, Scratch. Maybe I will. Door's over there.
He does this little bow thing and heads out.
Okay. So you step out into the hall. Do you open the portal?
No,
Okay.
he's gonna do just as grandmother asked.
I mean, she said don't open it until you leave.
I assume that meant the jungle.
I mean, you don't know what it means.
Ready to leave, probably properly leaving.
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna track it.
Okay.
But for now, you said it weighs a good couple of pounds.
Yeah.
How many?
With the silk, probably 5.
Wowza bowza.
It's got some heft to it. So it's getting late. Where do you want to head?
He'll probably head to the Thundering Lizard.
Okay, so we stay with Scratch as he heads like south. You're not far from the Thundering Lizard. You just like pop out, go this way, make your way down to the Thundering Lizard. Now, unfortunately, we lost Rick. Hopefully he'll be back, but in the interim, I think like you probably meet up with the doctor along the way. Because you want to save some supplies, Dr. Lorelei, and you're getting tired. So you guys head to the Thundering Lizard. Do you guys want, like, all 3 of you, do you want to do anything, or do you want to just, like, call it a night?
But I was gonna ask, like, is everyone all right? Like, does anyone need me to do anything? Like, she's tired, but she's still gonna offer to help.
Scratch is carrying a curtain wrapped around something.
And what's that?
I'm not supposed to open it until I'm ready to leave.
Got it. Not gonna ask.
Scratch is also in a different outfit, Dr. Lorelei. He's wearing, like, a more, like, traditional tabaxi outfit.
I think it doesn't really register at first, and then she kind of does a double take. Oh, you look nice.
Thank you.
It's, like, white trimmed with gold, isn't it? And you got, like, the like, Spanish-style shoulder cape.
Yeah.
Like
So it's, like, really fancy shit.
It's like a cross between, like, dancer's attire and, like the type of outfit that Goku wears.
Got it. I can't really think of anything unless, our Dragonborn companion has anything she wants to do.
Hockey, you got anything you want to do tonight?
I can't think of anything, at least immediately.
No worries, no worries. So you guys head into the Thundering Lizard, you head up to your rooms, you rest for the night. Shago meets you before you go to bed. He spent all the money, but you have a bunch of supplies. You have, like, rope, extra torches, bunch of bug repellent, 2 canoes. You got a bunch of stuff.
I think Sue is going to, like, take a bottle of the bug repellent and start looking at it, like, trying to figure out, could I recreate this?
Okay. Sure. Make a nature check.
That about tracks for the
Nope.
doctor. Well, there goes that plan.
So yeah, you guys can rest, get your benefit of a long rest, all of that good stuff. And there is something that I want to do if we know for sure that Irideth and Dr. Lorelei are sleeping in the same place.
We are.
Do we know that?
Would Erideth be okay with that, or would Erideth rather be private?
I mean, you can have your own room. I just want to make sure you're sleeping in the same, like, general area.
I would imagine we would, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're both. Yeah.
So, Irideth, your dreams are usually comfortably dark. You don't usually remember your dreams. They're usually like soft wing beats and the croak of corvids and, you know, just comforting darkness, right? Tonight, you dream, and you remember having this dream of a forest. It's still dark, it's still comfortingly dark. There's still the eyes of the corvids upon you, but you're in a forest on patrol, or whatever your brain uses to excuse you walking through a dark forest. You don't feel afraid. It just feels like a thing, in the same way that you would walk down the street.
Right.
And you come upon a cottage. There is light coming through the windows. The door is open. The house is on stilts. And you have to kind of... It's not stairs, more so it's like gangplank that goes from the ground up into the house proper. Kind of like Japanese farm style.
I think I know what you mean.
It's a raised house. You could walk under it, and to get up into the house, you kind of have to walk up a wooden like gangplank.
Right.
And sitting on the like stoop, if you will, the doorway with like her legs dangling over into the air, is a young woman, half elven. You think she's got like slightly pointed ears. Her hair is a little bit too neat, not quite the right color. It's like a silver whitish, striking blue eyes, and she's just like very calmly like sewing like a jacket.
And to clarify, like, do I have self-control in this dream? In this sense,
Yeah. You can do whatever you want. You can pull out your sword and stab her if you want to.
Well, I don't think she'd do that. I'm just making sure this isn't a non-interactive scene, but...
Oh no, nothing is a non-interactive scene.
Okay.
I don't do that. We don't do that here.
Fair enough. I imagine Erthus would call out.
Okay.
Like... a polite, kind of like, greetings, can you tell me where I am?
Yeah. So, you're like at the edge of this little clearing where this cottage is. You step out of the forest, and the young woman like looks up, like stabs the needle into the jacket. Looks like she smiles at you, and she says, in a voice you've never heard before, she says, "Why, you're at my home, silly."
I would imagine Erthus would be, and to clarify, like, I don't know that I'm dreaming in a sense, right? It's like dream logic.
You will when you wake up.
Right, but I'm talking in the dream. Yeah, it's like I'm not aware I'm dreaming.
Correct.
So I imagine my character would be thinking that
but I will say you don't feel out of place. The thought of like, where is the dwarf does not come to your mind. Like, that's not a thing.
Right.
However, when she smiles at you, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh boy.
Okay. So yeah, so what do you say?
In response to her smiling at me?
Yeah, she smiles at you. She says, "Why you're at my home, silly."
Where then is your home?
In the forest. Where's yours?
Mine is wherever my queen needs me.
She looks right at the crows and the branches of the trees, and then looks back at you and just kind of like tilts her head, listening. You hungry? Been wondering for a while.
I would say that Erithus is not like unduly suspicious, but not also like trusting, if that makes sense.
I mean, you passed the wisdom saving throw, so that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, but I insist. And she just, like, holds out a tray of tarts towards you. You didn't see her get up.
That, like, just like a trait, like, did it look like she looked like just reached behind her, or
No.
did it just suddenly appear?
Not even it suddenly appeared. She had them the whole time, but she didn't. Like,
I would imagine that would raise Erithus' suspicions up some more, kind of like going a little more into defense.
okay.
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Okay, can you make another wisdom save, please? Okay. You are a wise paladin. Fair is fair. So I think she frowns slightly. She picks one up, takes a bite out of it, and it shows you the filling, swallows, and she says, "Are you sure? It's..." And then she says whatever your favorite flavor of tart is.
Again, I imagine that's just as keeps going on, this is raising more and more of Erithus'. This is bullshit meter.
Okay.
She would shake her head, but at this point, I feel like asking, "How can I have food from someone I don't even know the name of?"
But you know my name. We've been
I'm afraid
introduced,
if
silly.
we- Oh, sorry. Can you repeat that?
She said, "We've been introduced, silly."
We have.
She nods. And I'm not here to interrupt your mission in any way. I just think you're a little stuffy. There's no reason that we can't save the world together and have some fun. Right?
I imagine at that moment, and admittedly, this might not quite make sense because it's kind of playing into some of my headcanon for the character.
Mm-hmm.
I think at that mention of phrasing, Erithus tenses up even more.
Okay.
Like, before slowly, like, laying out a slow breath, kind of like a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Fun gets people killed.
No, not checking for traps gets people killed. Ask the sergeant. I want to get along with you, but you're stuffy.
Some of us have to be.
No, you don't.
If I'm going to be joining this group, I'm at least going to be its wall, its defender.
Is that what she told you? She, like, cocks her head toward the crow.
It's what I told myself when I pledged my service to her.
Well, she's stuffy too. Do you hear me? You're stuffy.
I like to imagine one of the crows just like cawing loudly in response.
Yeah, probably. And she just like sticks her tongue out at it.
I'm sorry.
I don't know who this is, but I love her.
This is starting to feel like the Raven Queen's bitch daughter shitting on her mom.
It's not quite that literal, but it's close.
Oh God.
Well, if you're not going to relax here, then I'm just going to have to do it on the other side.
I imagine Erithis would tilt her head a little at that claim.
Oh no.
You're going
But-
to smile. It's going to happen. You should do it now and save yourself some embarrassment. Don't want you to have egg on your face, now do we?
God damn it.
Keep your mouth shut, Sibs.
Out of character, I imagine it's just like, Out of character, I admit, I'm just going,
Sibs has figured it out. I can hear it in her voice.
Damn it!
Shush! Shush! Shush!
I am shushing.
I imagine Erithis is just. At that claim, she's definitely now getting a little more concerned. Because, again, being.
Right, so
talking about the other side, especially if she's not really aware she's in a dream.
Right,
She may assume that she's talking about when dead or something.
So the young woman says, "Stop scowling, you're gonna put the lights out." Honestly. I don't know how she puts up with you. Yes, I do, because she's stuffy too. She sticks her tongue out the crow again. We're going to be working together. We might as well get to know each other.
I don't disagree with you. I don't see how taking the task as serious as it should be is considered stuffy.
Alright, fine. Then if everything needs a purpose, how about this? If you smile, I'll give you magic. That's a fair trade, right?
Wait a minute.
Hush, Gamzee.
You're playing into the fact that I don't know D&D very well, aren't you?
Not at all. This is more like old world mythology than D&D.
Oh, the Fae, god damn it.
Yes, actually.
Oh, god damn it.
God damn it, this is what I think it is.
Shut up, Gamzee. Fuck. Shush.
It
I
makes
have-
it funnier.
I have been planning
Yeah.
this for weeks.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to wrap my head around how Erithis would react to this.
Okay.
Because I don't, especially when mentioning like that, I think she realized she was dealing with like some kind of entity or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's reasonable.
Yeah, and like her natural inclination is to not trust it, especially considering her oath to the Raven Queen already.
Okay.
But she would also try not to, if possible, make it not angry, because again, entity.
I'm not asking you to do anything you don't want to do. I'm not going to do anything that's going to upset. And she does like big air quotes. The balance. Just. Her champions are so boring, and now you're stuck with us, and it's better this way, really.
I imagine at this point. Oh crap! I'm trying to think if Erithis would know this because I know a lot of crap about the Fae in real life. And
I mean,
don't-
there is a mechanism for this. Roll an Arcana check. That's a decent roll. So, maybe.
I'm thinking how the Fae are typically tricky, and there's a lot of things you shouldn't like.
I mean,
Technically, if they really want you to do something, it's probably in your best interest not to do it.
it depends on the level of Fae that you're dealing with as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, if Puck is asking you to do stuff, you should probably do it. But if, like, a random gnome wants you to do something, he might just be annoyed with you.
If
That's
you're
fair.
if you're dealing with a member of the Fae Court,
Then you're already screwed.
well then you've got a 50-50 of just take the deal and you'll make it out just fine.
So you know that whoever this entity is, it's familiar with the Raven Queen, and does not seem opposed to the Raven Queen, if antagonistic.
Corvid Princess.
So at the very least, neutral.
Yes.
Okay, like I know that at least for sure. Sorry, like out of character. This is honestly, I'm just trying to think of how to react.
Yeah, well, I mean, however,
This kind of took me completely off guard. I admit.
that's the point.
Fair enough. Just yeah.
What do you want to do? What you can't do is sit here for 20 minutes. Like, you got to say something.
Right. I know. I'm just trying to. I imagine Erithus would.
If this was a risky
She would
scenario,
like to.
hey Hockey,
She would.
Hockey,
Yes.
everybody knows that you're new at this. If this was a risky scenario, I would be letting the others help you. I would be giving you guides. Don't stress. We're here to have fun.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Like
really-
Gamzee, like if there was any risk at all, I would have started with that, right? Like, back me up here.
Yeah, the fox is
Yeah.
rarely one to say, "Threat. What do I do? Figure it out."
Okay. Fair enough. I'm sorry.
That is not to say that there is not a threat here, but you're not imminently in danger.
It is not an inherent enough threat to warrant our assistance.
Correct.
All right. I think Erithus would just roll his shoulders some and say, like, I am on a job. I'll try to be less stuffy if that makes you happy.
Well, it's not me that you need to make. Well, I mean, I guess you do because, well, here we are. But really, I'm doing this for your sake. You must be lonely.
My sake. That's what Erithus would ask in response to
Yeah,
that. Just kinda like
and she said-
cocking the eyebrow and be like, my sake.
Yeah, and she said it must be lonely.
I think that would cut a bit deep.
Of course it would.
Kind of like maybe a bit of a widening eyes before going back.
Mm-hmm. I think she, like, offers you the tray of tarts again.
I think she'd still wave it off.
Okay. Do that again, and I'm going to send you back. Rule of 3 and all that.
What would the tarts do? I'm sorry, but I don't like getting signed up for something and not knowing what the result is.
I mean, they might go to your thighs, if that's what you're asking. They're
Oh, sorry, that's not a stupid image. I'm sorry.
You're giving me the opportunity to play a Fae. I'm gonna play a Fae. Like, come on.
I mean, fair enough. I'm sorry. That just, again, that just is like.
That was the point. Yes, good. Correct reaction.
Okay, trying to calm down now.
No worries. Oh,
think-
I see what you're saying. Yes, if you eat one of these, your immortal soul is mine. Holds the tray out to you.
I think Eris would be like, wait, what? Just like that. Like,
Oh, right, no, I'm sorry. All the riches of the 9 realms will be yours. Is that what you want to hear? It's a tart. Besides, I'm not that strong. I'm a little strong. I'm strong enough to give you magic. Magic that she doesn't want you to have, that's for sure. I think my price is a reasonable one. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Make friends.
oh, I'm trying to think because I think Eris would be a little concerned by the fact that Raven Queen would not be happy with that.
If she has a problem, you can take it up with her. Or I will. Or she can take it up with me. I don't care. I'm not afraid of her, and I'm not afraid of you.
Oh my god.
Oh god damn it.
I rode a Triceratops.
I'm out of character. Honestly, as soon as you started doing the Fae thing, I was like, ah, fuck, I know who it is. Like, in general, I know
Hey.
Fucking knew it.
Tank puppy!
Tank puppy, tank puppy.
I want to strangle you. I've been calling it from the beginning, and you played me.
Well, let's be honest. That's just like good news for the Fox in general. He enjoys it.
Yes, they do.
And I'm assuming I can't like do kind of like turn towards the Corvids or something to kind of figure out.
You can do
what they're
whatever the hell
thinking.
you want, man.
I imagine she looks back at the Corvids to kind of see how they're reacting.
There are crows in a tree. Make a nature check. Or religion, if it's higher.
Religion's higher.
Okay. Yeah, they are just watching this young woman irritably. She's not going to
Damn.
take the offer. I tried. I offered to tutor you. She told me no, so I'm asking you directly.
Okay, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that again?
She said, she's not going to say yes, I already tried. I offered to tutor you, she told me no, so I came to you directly. You're boring. Stop being boring.
What's your definition of fun then?
Bringing smiles? Smiling yourself? I can't really smile on the other side. I should figure that out.
Oh god.
I want to scream.
So mute your mic and scream.
Out of character, I legitimately don't know what to do here.
Do whatever you want to do, man.
I know, I just...
You're being offered the opportunity to be bros with the fucking chicken.
True.
No, wait a minute. No, you're not. You're being offered a chance to be Merlined by the fucking chicken.
There you go. There's the correct answer. I can give you magic, and all you have to do is stop behaving like a vampire. Is that so hard?
I think Eris at this point is like, kind of like, I think it's almost like an irritated, oh, fine, then.
So you say, man, she says, wonderful, and like claps her hands and jumps off the cottage. The cottage disappears, and she just like walks over to you and just like immediately starts like preening your armor. Just like goes behind you, starts messing with the black feathers of your collar, just like cleaning them up. Says, great. So, what do you want to learn? I would offer charm. That might be a bit much for you.
I imagine Eris would be like, while she's doing the thing, like,
I got it. How would you like to be able to see your enemies even if they're invisible?
What
Fucking-
the fuck?
I think that would get Eris's attention. Like,
Oh, now you're interested. Great. Tell me a joke.
well,
Oh my god.
I imagine just like deadpan. Eris just stares there. It's like, what?
Tell me a joke. Go on.
A gnome and a dwarf walk into a bar. Ow.
Oh my god.
He squints at you.
I think that was funny.
She like walks around in front of you and like walks backwards a few steps. Try again.
Okay. What was that joke that kid told me?
Oh my god.
Knock knock.
Come in.
I imagine just Eris like just drops her arms like, oh crud.
Oh my god, I am living for this.
I now understand why the fox said there isn't a direct threat. You're getting involved with the fucking chicken.
Yeah, pretty much. It seems.
You will be
I
on
mean-
the forefront of all chicken shenanigans.
I mean, the personalities kind of link up.
Also,
It
you're
makes
giving me an
sense.
opportunity to play a Fae. Of course, I'm gonna take it. Like,
The moment I said Chaos God, Kit went, ah. Oh my god.
so okay, so yeah, so you should make a gesture like, oh come on, and the young woman says, oh wait, that wasn't right. Try again.
Okay. Oh crud. Oh, this.
Oh
Like
wait,
she's grabbing her phone,
I
kind of like
have a-
rubbing it back and forth a bit.
I have one actually. It's a fantastic joke. It's a knock-knock joke. You start.
Okay. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Uh.
And then she just doubles over laughing. That is my favorite knock-knock joke, by the way.
It's great.
I think Eris is just like staring, like just utter bafflement, like.
Well, baby steps. All right, you told me a joke. Technically, fine. Here. And she like holds out her hand, and there's a tart in her hand.
I think just again, and like at this point, bafflement. Eris just like grabs the tart and eats it.
Okay.
Just like
So
slow bafflement.
you can cast Fairy Fire once per day for free if you prepare your
Oh my
spells in the
God.
morning.
Okay, I'll need to look up what that is exactly, but
See, that wasn't so bad. I'll be in touch. Can I trouble you to deliver a message for me?
sorry. Can you repeat the last bit? I was.
Can I
typing
trouble
out.
you to deliver a message for me?
Okay. Sure.
Ask the cat if he's single, and then you wake up.
Those were her.
I think yes. It's just like staring at the ceiling, like, what the? What was that?
Big titty chicken goth god. Yeah.
Big titty Faye GF.
So I think you all like wake up the next day.
Hold on. No, you will not deprive me of this answer. Where the fuck was the chicken when they wake up?
In the doctor's room.
Where? Was it like sitting on their face to communicate like that?
No, in the doctor's room, I said.
Yeah, they were sleeping in the same room.
No, they were sleeping in the same suite.
Yeah, same area.
Oh.
No, Eris did not wake up with a chicken stain on her face.
I will say that you wake up with the taste of like a tart in your mouth.
I imagine just Eris is like slowly rolling her tongue in her mouth, like, wait, that was real?
So, just an offer, Hawkeye.
Okay.
When you level up, if you want to take Archfey Warlock, we can talk.
I need to look up and see what that is.
In the meantime, you all wake up the next morning. What would you like to do?
Good Christ, Henrietta is a fae of the court.
I'm okay with this, and it makes 100% sense now.
Oh,
I kind of picked that one up.
you also have the option, Dr. Lorelei.
Of course. I'll take a look. I don't think... Okay, here's the thing in my head though. I can't decide if Sue is going to like actually come to terms with the fact that Henrietta is like a fae, or if it's just gonna Sue starts dating warlock levels.
I mean, we can have that conversation.
Henrietta is the spellcasting focus.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right, noted. Sue like wakes up. Oh, good morning, Henrietta. Pets, gets ready, walks to go meet the others.
Yeah, right. So I think like at breakfast, the dragon lady comes out of her room looking confused.
Like, she's just, like, walks. Not like the shell shock look, but the same, like this confused, baffled look as she comes out and sits down at the table.
Yep.
Hey, you look a bit shocked.
She just, Eris just turns towards the doctor. Doctor, I've had a vision, and I honestly have no idea what it's supposed to mean.
The doctor currently has a chicken on her head. The chicken is watching you.
I think just also, is Scratch actually at the table as well?
Probably. Scratch, do you have any reason not to be at breakfast?
No. He's probably plowing through any breakfast fish dishes that are out.
I mean, there are certainly breakfast fish dishes because it's you.
I honestly think, like, upon like her sitting down and like going into this, to like, all right, noted. Oh, by the way, this is Henrietta. Points to the chicken.
Chaos God.
I think like Eris just turns to Scratch when he mentions that bit. Wait, what?
That chicken is 100% a fucking Chaos God. That is not Scratch's voice.
That was not Scratch's voice. What the hell?
That chicken is 100% a Chaos God.
She's a chicken I got helping deliver a baby. Kind of like scritches Henrietta.
Okay, two things first. First, why do you think it's a Chaos God? And second, and Eris is saying this feeling like she is being watched, even if she's not really thinking of the chicken at the moment.
You are being watched by the chicken.
Well, right, but she's not like connecting the dot immediately yet.
Right.
Let's go through the points, shall we?
Well, okay, well, I was about to say the second thing also.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And secondly, I'm apparently supposed to ask, are you single?
Well, yes. No offense, you're not my type.
I think it's just at that point, Eris is just like still just like baffled, like wondering what the point of that was.
Second of all, let's go through the points, shall we? The chicken has rode in back to the group from the depths of the jungle on top of a triceratops.
I think that immediately gets Eris' attention. Wait, what? Now, like, slowly turning back to look at the chicken.
The chicken is like pecking at Dr. Lorelei's hair.
taking steps.
Can my character kind of like connect the dots like between the printing of the armor and that?
No.
Okay.
But
Well,
the
just
young
like
but
that.
the young woman did say I rode a triceratops.
Yeah, so I figure my character, like, that's fine, my character's starting to connect the dots there.
Okay.
So, like, is that
Second
fine?
of
Or...
all, let's look at its frill, shall we? If you notice the coloration, it should be a Charlton chicken. This is not a Charlton chicken. This is a mainland chicken. In the manner of, what, probably a week?
No, 2 days.
In the manner of 2 days, it has become a Charlton chicken in coloration.
Dr. Lorelei,
Yeah.
you feel something hit your head.
Kind of like looks up a bit.
Or there's a chicken on your head. You felt something like plop on the top of your head.
Puts her hand,
Oh.
fucking goes to like touch where it is.
There is something solid there.
It's a fucking egg, isn't it?
Yes, it is an egg. Do you pull it off?
Yes.
Okay, you pull it off, and it is about a baseball-sized, like, oblong egg shape of solid gold.
I think Sue is taking psychic damage. Like,
I think Eris is just now, like, glancing back and forth between the solid egg and the chicken.
Well, no, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. You two see Dr. Lorelei holding an egg. Or 3, because Brick is there.
Oh, like a normal egg?
Yep,
Or...
like an egg.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. There's 4
Am
of
I-
us.
am I seeing things? This solid gold. What?
Eris just looks at the egg and looks slowly up at the doctor. Doctor, that's a chicken egg.
Wait a minute. Hold on. The fox said the three of you. There's 4 of us.
Yes, Brick, Scratch, and the dragon see a chicken egg. Dr. Lorelei sees a solid gold egg.
Ah, my mistake.
Sue like
I missed
kind
that.
of looks like traces her eyes up towards Henrietta. Like, what the hell?
That is.
Henrietta is trying to, like, peck at the sausage on your plate without falling off your head. It's not working.
I think Sue like picks up her fork, like spears it, and then just holds it up to her.
Okay, yeah, so the rest of you see, like, chicken just, like, daintily pecking at some sausage.
I need to get my eyes checked, apparently.
Why? It's a large egg.
Because to me, it looks like gold. Actually, no, I want to try something.
Okay.
There's a thing you can do to test whether an egg is boiled or not,
Correct.
where you spin the egg and stop it.
Okay.
If it keeps moving, it has a yolk inside,
Right.
and if it doesn't, it's solid.
Right.
I think Sue is going to try that with the egg.
I was hoping so much that you would do that. So you put it on the table and you spin it, and you all hear music. Specifically, let me find it.
God damn it!
Specifically, where did it go?
Oh no.
Where did it go? This music.
I can't hear anything.
Give
but
it a
I'm
minute.
taking psychic.
It's playing. It's Henrietta's theme.
Yes, it's Henrietta's
Oh my
theme.
god.
I think Scratch like looks impressed and he just looks at I forgot the name again.
It's Cyrodiil.
It's Cyrodiil. And just like I said, Chaos God. Fuck off, Siri.
What's great is the chicken is just like bobbing her head to the music.
I think Eris is just now staring at the like the spinning egg that's somehow making music. It's like, oh dear queen, what have I gotten myself into?
Sue like just like if Sue stops the egg, does the music stop?
No. Because the chicken is vibing to the music.
Enjoying your butt music there, chicken.
Just vibing to the music, rocking back and forth and pecking at the sausage.
I think Sue like starts laughing a bit.
Where is the egg currently?
On the table. She was spinning it on the table.
Right, but you said you stopped it spinning. What'd you do with it?
Like she just stopped it on the table. Like she placed her hand over it.
Okay, you place your hand over it. You guys know what a Christmas cracker sounds like?
Yeah.
Not really.
Do you know what a pop gun sounds like?
Kind of, yeah.
That. So there's a sound, and you feel an impact in your hand, Dr. Lorelei.
Scream.
Yeah, you put your hand back, confetti goes everywhere.
I think Sue like starts laughing again.
For the love of God, this is the first time my suspicions have confirmed themselves so fucking vigorously.
The chicken just
reaction
looks at you.
always?
Fun fact, you could do all of this with prestidigitation.
Fair.
Are you outing yourself, Henrietta? Are you finally outing yourself towards my theory?
Just like the music stops, and then Henrietta just like pecks at the sausage.
I swear to God, I'll buy you an entire ear of corn.
Keeps pecking at the sausage.
I think Sue like just pets Henrietta like, I don't know about Chaos God, but that was the pick-me-up I needed.
Everything we just saw is what a Chaos God would do, or what... And I don't know what
I
it's
roll?
called.
Can you roll what?
What would I roll to see if I know what kind of creatures tend to favor this behavior? Religion?
First of all, reset your mic. And then when you get back...
Fixed.
Yeah, it seems to be fixed.
Or do
It would be Arcana.
Okay. Oh.
Well then, so there are other planes of existence, as Dr. Lorelei knows. And in some of these planes, extremely lawful creatures called Fae exist, and they tend to come to the material plane to play pranks. Or hunt.
Would Sue Lorelei put that together like, is my chicken a fucking fae?
Henrietta clucks.
Like, what would I roll for that? Because I have an idea on how she's going to react to that.
You rolled a natural 20 on Arcana, so I think that suffices.
I think
Henrietta is not going to confirm it. There is nothing that you can roll that will make Henrietta confirm it. Like,
I know, but I think Sue like kind of chuckles and just scritches Henrietta again. Well, fair or not, I'm glad that you decided to tag along with me.
Does Scratch know what Fae are?
probably not, but you know what trickster spirits are. Or chaos gods, as you call them.
Hold on a moment. Henrietta. I'll make that one smile if you can give us a more direct confirmation.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw, Scratch?
By the way,
Oh god.
Bye, Scratch.
that one.
What's up? Oh, he pointed at you, for sure.
I figured,
Yeah.
but best to confirm.
Okay, so you pass the wisdom save, so nothing happens.
Damn it. Can I choose to fail it?
Of course, you can always choose to fail a save.
I see nothing bad happening. He says moments before dying.
Okay, so you're like, I'll make that one smile if you confirm. Henrietta just like looks at you. You think you see just like a flash in one of Henrietta's eyes, and then your body starts to move on its own.
Am I like conscious of it?
Yeah.
This is not the day I wanted to have.
How is Scratch moving?
Well, that's what I'm about to tell you. So, Guy Gamzee, have you ever seen Peter Pan?
Yeah.
You know how when the kids get pixie dusted before they learn how to fly, they just kind of float upwards and then flop?
Yeah.
All over the breakfast table.
Oh, great. This is what I asked for, this, but this is not what I wanted.
Sue starts laughing. Sue is laughing.
Aerithus is just like. And to check,
Just take
Vader's not back yet, right?
Not yet, nope. But
Okay.
Brick is here.
Right. Well, I imagine she would turn to Brick since he's like the only one not reacting. Is going like, is it always like this?
Yes, says the sergeant. So there's a knock on the door. Immediately, the music stops. Scratch has control of himself, and the chicken just goes back to being a chicken.
Scratch is gonna make himself scarce to clean off because he's probably covered in food.
Probably. So yeah, knock at the door. Anybody gonna go and get it?
I'm gonna go get it. She's like still laughing a bit.
Okay. Get up, open the door. Shago is standing there, smirking.
Morning, Shago.
You look down at yourself. Shago looks down at himself, looks back up. Is there something on my face, Doctor?
Jake said, "No, I just had a really good morning."
I see. Are we prepared to get moving? Azaka's waiting for us.
I'm ready. Are you guys?
Brick is nodding.
I think Aerithus just stands up and just like with still a bit of a baffled look, but kind of like starting to firm up, like just goes and joins.
Scratch, wake up, we're leaving.
I'm awake. I'm cleaning.
I'm sorry, did the cat just say he was cleaning? He's trying to push past the doctor.
I don't think Sue stops him. Like she's holding Henrietta. Like at this point, she's holding Henrietta.
And so you see Shago like pull his spear off of his back. He goes over to the door that Scratch spoke from, and he like grips the spear with both hands and like shoves the door open. Scratch, you suddenly have a spear in your face.
He's got like eggs Benedict on his fucking head.
He's probably like, yeah, he's probably like halfway into changing his pants. Like, Shago, what the hell?
Do you mind?
I
The
thought
chicken.
that was code for something.
No, the chicken confirmed its power and made me do a dance on the dinner table.
What? I think he like lowers the spear and like feels your forehead. Did you
No,
get bit
Sue,
by
like-
a mosquito?
Sue like nods. Like no, I think that Scratch is actually right.
I think you've all had entirely too much wine with breakfast.
Shago needs to make the fucking wisdom save now.
What are you gonna do to Shago?
I'm not gonna do anything.
Neither is Henrietta.
There.
Henrietta, I'll make him help me if you prove it again.
The chicken just clucks.
Yeah, I thought so.
Pets. Petting the chicken.
So we're going into the jungle, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
I think Scratch is gonna he's gonna say fuck. He's just gonna wipe the shit off of him, and he's just gonna grab the bundle.
Okay.
Let's go.
What do you have there?
I'm not sure yet.
Let's open it and find out, you fool.
I'm not supposed to open it until we're ready to leave.
Shago looks at the rest of the group. Are we leaving? Brick nods.
Aerithus just nods, glad that things seem to be going back to normal.
You think?
I know. She thinks.
Are we leaving, Doctor?
Absolutely. Do you have that bug repellent and other such things?
We've got everything waiting in the canoes. Turns and looks to Scratch. We're leaving. Open the package.
All right, all right. He's gonna unwrap it.
It is the sash.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
It is the leather sash with the 6 loops, 5 prismatic stars in it. It is a major arcana item called the Belt of Chromatic Stars.
Sue looks at it and is like, well, that's a pretty new thing.
I think, like, Eris just looks up back down at it, like, remember where it was, and looks up at Shago. We need to leave now.
I think Scratch like rewraps it. Right, I'm gonna put this on when we get out in the jungle.
Oh no.
We need to leave now.
Do you want the details of that, Gamzee?
Well, of course.
So it is a flat version. It is a like chest. I don't know what they're called. Ammunition sling, I guess.
Bandolier.
Bandolier. Thank you. It's a bandolier of returning with 6 loops in it.
Oh my god.
It requires attunement, and it also requires that the items placed in it to be attuned to that slot. Currently, it has 6 prismatic stars attuned to it. As part of your attack, you can throw a star. So anytime you make an attack, you can throw a star, and hit or miss, it will, unless it is destroyed in flight, it will recall to that belt loop, and you can do it again at the beginning of your next turn. So you have to, like, if you make multiple attacks, you have to throw different stars. Each one does 2d4 elemental damage, which is modified by your monk damage. So if, for example, if your monk die becomes a d6, then the stars do 2d6 elemental damage.
Holy shit.
They crit on a 19. And if they crit, they do 3 times their damage. You have 6 stars: fire, ice, lightning, poison, acid, and psychic.
You doubt the character of Madam Red, or I'm just overly optimistic.
Each one requires a different save and has a different secondary effect. Would you like me to go through the list? I hope you're writing this down.
I am about to. Hold on.
I should clarify something. It's 1 monk die of piercing damage and 1 monk die of elemental damage, for the record. That's why it's 2.
So it's not 1d4. I have the ice one put in wrong then.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's 1d4 plus 1. It's 1 monk die plus 1 monk die of elemental damage.
Do I add anything to the elemental? Like my dex?
Your dex, yep, your dex.
So both damages get my dex. Oh god.
No. You apply your dex once.
Gotcha.
You can sneak attack with them, though. But yeah, they crit on a 19, and when they crit, they deal 4d4 additional damage.
Wowee.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Damn.
So the fire one is a dexterity saving throw. Or the target burns every round until they pass the dexterity saving throw for 1 of your monk dies of damage. These are strong, by the way. this does not stack. You can burn multiple enemies, but you cannot burn the same enemy multiple times. Savvy?
Yeah.
You can also use it to light untended objects on fire.
It's once on each of their turns they have to make the save, right?
Correct. If they pass their save, you can hit them again and make them start making saves again. But they don't take the burn damage until the second round. Like, so, like, if you hit them and they fail their save, they don't burn that round, but they burn the next round. That make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah.
They burn first and then make the save. Cool? The ice one is a constitution save, and if they fail it, their speed is halved and they can't take reactions. For a minute. Sorry. The minute was for a different one. For the round. Like, every round they fail that con save, they can't take reactions, and their speed is halved. The slow effect. Yeah?
Yeah.
Can I go on? You good?
Yes.
The lightning one? Oh. I'm sorry, I'm getting my notes confused. This is on me. If you would rather do this after the show, we can. I'm getting my notes confused. I apologize. The lightning one is you can't take reactions. The ice one is your speed is halved, and you only get one attack.
Could you just, like, copy-paste these to me?
I will after the show.
Okay.
If you'd rather do it that way. But
it'd probably be quicker, but I might end up using these.
That's exactly what I was about to say. If you get into combat between now and the end of the show, you might want these.
Yeah.
We can just go through them. The lightning one is what is the save? Let me check. The lightning one is the strength save, and you can't take reactions. The poison one is an int save, and that might seem a little bit weird, but if you fail...
Oh god, is it a hallucinogen?
Sort of.
Oh god.
If you fail, you lose a point of int, and for every point of int you have lost in this way, you take a minus to your attacks. So that's what you call an undead killer right there.
That's a way to make people go catatonic.
Yes, it is. The acid one, this one is fun. It is also a dex save, but fail it and it burns off a point of armor. It burns off 2 if it contacts metal. It has no effect on magical armor. Aside from the damage, obviously.
Okay.
And the last one is a wisdom save. The psychic one is a wisdom save. And if you hit with it... I'm looking at my notes, sorry, there's a lot. This is the big magic item. The psychic one, if it hits... all of your other attacks have advantage. For the round. So it, like, opens them up.
Is that just for me, or is for that
Just for you.
everyone against
Just
that
for you.
target? Okay.
Like, you throw the psychic one, it's like, poof, oh, they're seeing stars, and you have advantage on the other strikes.
So fire, dex save, or burn, ice, con save, or half speed, and only one attack.
Correct.
Lightning, strength save, or
No reactions.
or no reactions.
Poison int
is...
save, lose a point of int, and take a minus to your attacks equal to the amount of int you've lost. Acid
Poison.
acid
Dum-dum
reduces
boys.
armor, double for metal. And
God, this is
Yeah.
the Schult fucker 9000.
it's strong. It's real strong. And then the psychic one gives you advantage if you hit with it. And they fail a wisdom save.
Nice.
If I were not such an upstanding gent, I would rename this from the Shuriken of Elements to the Schult fucker 9000.
It's called the Belt of Prismatic Stars, actually.
Call it the Prismatic Star on the attack then.
And so you need to, like, attune to it. But, yeah, you have that now.
I just want to do a quick test.
Okay.
Yes, this shall go well.
Yeah, all the saves are 14, by the way.
Gotcha.
This is gonna be great. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Oh.
So,
Congo's gonna kill me.
are you guys ready to head out into the jungle?
Yep.
Cool. So, let's talk about where you're heading, shall we? That's not the right map. Ignore this, you didn't see anything. Boop.
Boat time, boat time, boat time.
So, even if you go by boat, you've got two options as the map loads. There's two rivers that lead out of Port Nyanzaru, and they're both, like, equidistant. The Aldani Basin is here, which you know from Shago. That's a bit of a journey.
Yep. We also, however, said we'd go to Firefinger, I think, with
Yes.
Hazaka.
Yes. Firefinger is... I had trouble finding it on the map last time. It's here. It's down this river.
Yeah, it's around this area, I think.
So you want to use the Tairiki River, Ben? Is that the play?
I think so.
So the Tairiki
Honestly-
River lets you travel faster. That's the main draw of it.
I'm just gonna let go with her on this because my map isn't loading.
Using Tybee
You're crashed on my screen. That's why, Gamzee.
Yeah. Taibiki also lets us avoid the two Flaming Fist camps.
Two that we know of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's likely to be more out there.
So who is in what canoe? Azaka and Shago are going to be in separate canoes. So who is riding with Azaka and who is riding with Shago? I will say this, Azaka has the bulk of the supplies. So you should really only put one or two other people in it. And then the other two or three go with Shago.
If I may, I say we put the doctor with Azaka.
Okay.
Yeah. Sue would go with Azaka to have an eye on the
Brick
supplies
could
there.
also keep an eye on the supplies with his gun.
Fair.
More so, my thought is Azaka's a very capable person, and we need as much protection on the doc. Actually, no, the doctor should be with someone and Shago. And
Well,
then
remember, Azaka has a bow, Shago only has a spear. So it also might make sense to put Brick in the opposite canoe as Azaka, so they both have a ranged option.
yeah. So I'm thinking Shago and Brick.
Okay.
He's not here, so I can't really ask about that.
I mean,
anymore.
that's reasonable, I think. Shago and Brick.
And then I guess it's up to the other two where they want to be, and I'll fill in the missing slot.
Okay.
Sue is fine with whatever.
Your mic's exploding again.
God fucking damn it.
Hockey, where you want to be?
I
Testing.
imagine Aerithis would generally be fine for either position. She probably want to try and help protect the supplies if possible,
Are
but at the same time,
you in any way useful in the middle of a river? Serious question. Like, you're a paladin.
let's see.
I assume you have a sword and a board, yeah?
I have a sword, a shield, a spear. I have Sacred Flame.
Okay. What I mean is, like, in the middle of a river, you kind of can just flail. Like, if somebody is attacking you from the shore, you don't have a lot of options.
I probably really just have the shield to protect. Yeah.
Okay. So then you probably want to be, like, in the middle somewhere that you can, like, throw up your shield and defend.
Yeah.
But that could either be for Brick or Azaka. Either one of those would work. Where would you rather be? Would you rather be with the supplies or with the personnel?
I'd probably do more good with the personnel for protection.
So Shago, Brick, and Cyrodiil, and then Azaka, Scratch, and Dr. Lorelei?
That works.
Yeah.
Is my mic any better?
Yeah, better. Much better.
Sweet.
And depending on how long this trip takes,
It will
Scratch
take
will have,
weeks.
or how long the trip goes until we get attacked, I should be able to back us up with some extra range.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you have a range increment for those stars, by the way?
It says 20 to 60.
Yes, 20 to 60. Just checking. So with that loadout, Shago is going to suggest that his canoe go first and Azaka's come up behind. That work for you guys?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to have Shago make a survival check. Well done, Shago. And yeah, you guys set out through the Bay of Cholt, and then you start up the Tairiki River. Now, it's going to be slow going. Even in the river, you can only go 2 hexes per day, unless you want to go, hard. And if you go hard, you go faster, but you make noise. You make a lot more noise. You're not moving stealthily at all. You're more likely to have an encounter. So what do you guys want to do? I'm gonna let you guys determine that.
I vote low and slow.
Low and slow.
You can also go slow and only go 1 hex per day.
It'll take longer, but that's probably one of our safest bets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we probably want to avoid as much crap that's out here as possible.
So fair enough. Hey Scratch, you feeling lucky?
Why?
Roll a d100.
Oh,
Yay.
Oh, joy.
Now, Dr.
if
Lorelei,
I-
do I take this to mean that you're setting aside a spell slot every day for Create Water?
Yes.
Cool.
Wait, no,
if
here's the thing. I can do the create water thing, no spell slot, I'm pretty sure. It's
What?
an innate trait of the water ganassi, or I might be misremembering this.
Double check that.
Called the wave.
You know the Shape
You know-
Water cantrip. When you reach 3rd level, you can cast Create or Destroy Water spell as a 2nd level spell once per day with this trait, and you regain the ability to cast it on a long rest. Yes, okay. So yeah, so you can just make a shit
Oh
ton of
my
water.
God.
Great, awesome.
Okay, that helps.
moistcritical.png, baby!
So yeah, roll a d100, Gamsey.
Before I do this, am I attuned yet?
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Why'd you roll 2?
Usual double click from the mouse.
Got it.
Like,
So let me.
I'll replace this thing soon.
Cool. Let me see what is interesting in this area. If there's anything that I particularly want to throw at you guys right now. that could be fun.
Oh no.
I wouldn't happen to have like a random encounter map, would I? No, I wouldn't. Okay. So here's our mimic fight. I remember this. So you guys are traveling along in your canoes. And I think it's about mid-afternoon at this point. And something bumps one of the canoes.
Which one?
Let's find out.
Oh god.
Yours, Dr. Lorelei.
Kind of just humming a little water elemental song, and then it's just thunk.
Dr. Lorelei, Scratch, and Azaka. Sorry, I'm building this as we go.
Good.
Azaka. And then the other one is Brick, Shago, and I'm gonna use Sparky's token since we don't have your token yet, if that's cool.
That's fine, although you might want, because I doubt I am tiny anymore.
You are correct. Do. Boop. Boop. And we'll go ahead and mark this as Cyrodiil. Boop. Do. We'll get you a proper token by next week, hopefully.
That's fine.
There we go.
If the green is the armor class I got... Okay, yeah, you got it.
I already got it. Don't worry. We've got canoes. Canoes. You're in the river. And there's like land up here and land down here. Just a not really all that interesting stretch of water. It is pretty deep and murky, but yeah, something just like bumps the boat. And I think like it bumps and you like quit humming and Asaka like shouts and Shago like looks over and could... Oh, did Gamzee drop too? Balls.
Damn.
At that point, I'm gonna have to call it then, and we'll do this next week.
All right.
Because I'm not gonna do a combat encounter with only the two of you.
The healer and the tank.
Yeah. So what we see at the very end of the episode, I know it's early, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Technical difficulties. Is we see a beastie flip the canoe that Shago, Cyrodiil, and Brick are in. Hits it from underneath.
Hold on, I think we just got someone back.
Oh, hi, Gamzee, welcome back.
Oh, hi.
I'm still gonna call it, though. Just hits it from
Okay,
underneath
that's
and sends it flying. And that's gonna be the last shot of the episode, I think.
Jeez.
Oh, right. Water dinosaurs.
Yeah, water dinos. It's a thing.
There we go.
I forgot.
So we'll set this up for next week. Hopefully we can get Vader back in, and we'll go from there. So there we go. You guys had a Fae. You got some new gear, and we're gonna have a combat encounter next week. Welcome back, Gamzee.
I wanted to test my shiny.
You can test your shiny next week.
But my shiny.
Do us a favor and give us a shout out.
Sorry, I forgot my shout out. Hang on.
I'm Guy Gamzee. I have a shiny toy.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm Guy Gamzee, the bot in training, and if ever
Slow down.
I fucked that up immediately. I'm Guy Gamzee, the bot in training, gaining a little more experience with every single show. As always, if I'm needed, you can always find me on Discord, in DMs, or on Twitter at the Homestuck Homie. Speaking of these places, no, I shouldn't say that, should I, Fox?
It's up to you.
You know what? If you got questions, since we're not really doing hitting the books anymore,
We might be.
We might. Who knows? But send your questions to me anyway, and if we're not, I'll answer them myself.
This has been a weird episode, but I hope you guys had fun anyway.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hockey, give us a shout out.
Lot of one, I am the Intangible Hawk. I do programming, trying to do art, and also just flailing my way around this D&D as Kit plays with me like a puppet. Overall, you can find me on Kit's Discord, same name, and here on Twitch as well, Intangible Hawk. And I hope sometime this month to finally get good enough internet to start streaming. So
That would be awesome.
Yep.
Journeyman Vader's hanging out in chat, hanging out with us for as much as he could during the stream, and then he had an outage. I don't want to do a big combat encounter without everybody being at full strength, but you can find him right there, hanging out, modding for me, at Journeyman Vader. He also does some streaming himself. He's a good dude. Give him a follow, give him some loves. Sibs, finish us out, please.
Is my microphone exploding?
Nope.
Okay, good. Hi, my name is Sis143. I'm a stagehand and an artist for Kit's Twitch channel and Discord. I'm kind of just more of a lurker when I'm not playing for the games. But if you ever need me, you can feel free to @ me in the Shrine or hit me up in DMs and we can talk there.
For my part, even though this was a short show, I am the Sharp-Eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is the channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world building, role playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's to your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I stream every single day that my health permits me to do so, and we're rolling with advantage in 2020, which is 2 chances to catch a given stream. Tomorrow, I'll be back in the afternoon with more Greedfall, and I might be on Greedfall all day. We'll see. But on Thursday, in the evening, we have Session 0 of our new show, Dice-Icive Action Voices of the Mountain, set to premiere in early December, but we want to get the Session 0 in so that you guys can meet the players, meet the cast, and we can talk about what the story we're going to have for you guys is. This show has been plagued with difficulties tonight, and I am very sorry for that, but I hope you enjoyed your time with us all the same. It is, however, time to wrap things up, so, as always, I'd like to leave you with these parting words. From myself, my keepers, and those who managed to join me on the stage this evening, to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers. Whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time for more Crown of Fangs and a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.